Hello, journalers, planners, travelers, and everyone in between. Thank you for tuning in on this cloudy and somewhat breezy day here in Georgia. I'm Journals, HT Journals, and I'm here to share with you another YouTube video. So in this video, I'm taking it back just a little bit, and I wanted to share with you what I was doing before I left for Korea and my process for getting into the program I got into to help me to get to Korea. And I know this channel is about like life after living overseas, but I felt like this information is important because it will help any future questions be answered that you may have. And then also, there's things that happen in these moments, they kind of pop up later on down the line and they help me out a little bit. So I just wanted to mention them now. So later on, you see how things kind of play out a little bit. So the basics, I chose Korea because someone mentioned it in class. It's really that simple. I wasn't thinking about going to Korea, never thought about the Korea as a whole as far as countries go. And one day I was sitting in class, this was around 2013, and someone had mentioned that they were going to go there and teach after graduating. And I did some research. She told me the name of the program she was going with, EPIC. And I sat on the information for a year and waited until I graduated, and I applied. As I did research when she told me about how, going overseas was a possibility. And I did know that some people, they were able to get certificates and other degrees and stuff while overseas, but I just didn't want to be occupied with doing assignments while I was abroad. So I just wanted to wait it out, finish school, and then apply. And that's exactly what I did. At the time I applied, EPIC was getting hard to get into. Prior to that, a few years prior, Korea, I think on a whole, was kind of easy to get into. But as it became more well known that you don't need specific qualifications to teach overseas and the money is decent, it started to get popular. So at the time that I went in 2014, applied, it was getting more difficult. So I applied in January of 2014, right when I graduated, and it was hard, but nonetheless, I made it and I got into the program. And I didn't hear a thing. Yeah, I got into the program. I was happy, and I didn't hear anything else from them. There was a miscommunication as far as I don't know what, but everything was just delayed and things were just at a standstill for a while. So in the meantime, I just continued to work my job. I worked at an administrative court for a judge, and I did that until June of 2014. And then I was laid off, and I found work at a charter school in East New York, and I was doing that. Now, I could have just chilled out and waited until I heard from Epic again, but I didn't want to wait around and then not have money for plane tickets, since I had heard that when they did finally reach out to you, it would most likely be last minute. And I didn't want to wait around and then not have the money for it. And I didn't want to rely on other people to help finance my dream. So I worked. Yeah, there's GoFundMe, but that's not an approach um, I was trying to go to. So I just kept working. um, and so, yeah, so my time during this time trying to get to Korea, things were really hectic. And even besides trying to get to Korea, things were always hectic. Like, I worked for the judge, but I also did other things for work. So my work week was easily a 6 or 7 days sometimes. So I was always busy. And I learned that once I would get to Korea, my lifestyle wouldn't really be the same. Like, for a few reasons. Three of the basic reasons is you have a lot more free time. Sorry for all of the noise, they're doing construction. So you have a lot more free time. So whereas in New York, I was always busy and working a bunch of different jobs and just stuff to stay alive. In Korea, you have more free time to do what you want. So that's like a plus, and a big major difference. The other one is you're near neighboring countries that you could vacation to that you probably would otherwise not have thought of. So that makes your vacation and travel experience much different. And the last thing is you live alone. And living alone is not a thing that's so readily available to you when you live in New York because everything is so expensive. So, on just very surface levels, those are some of the main differences between living in Korea and then living, from my experience, in New York. And I'm highlighting all of this in this video. And then in my next video, when I talk about my overall experience in Korea, I'm highlighting these things because I want to juxtapose what life is like before living abroad and what life is like while living abroad so that you could see how easily it is to feel out of place somewhere where you should automatically find comfort. And I think that's what it boils down to when you're thinking about reverse culture shock and just trying to fit back in and figure things out as far as your life and just readapt to your original environment. So I hope that you found this video informative, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.